last time we did this Linnaeus star, which I spoke of in terms of being a pinwheel. And I even suggested that maybe you could turn it into a top and it would spin. And would these colors all then turn into white, as in white light? I don't know. But I had an idea that I suggest to you, and that is, if you made the design and you colored it with these same colors and cut it out and placed it on a piece of short shirt cardboard and traced around it and cut that out, glued it, put one of these clear push pins through it, be sure that the end is level and not crooked, and give it a spin and then check and see what happened. It's just an idea, and you can let me know. All right. Previously, we have been trying to share with you a couple of the tessellations we could make out of that hexagon and the shapes that were in that design that we made. I think we've looked at 6 of them, and so here are 2 more. This is a trapezoid shape, and it brought back old memories to me because one year in grade 9, 35 students, we used 2 trapezoid tables, and 6 people could sit around the table. And we needed 6 of those arrangements to accommodate everybody. It was a friendly arrangement, nice desk area. People could help each other, and it worked well. This could be a bench around a picnic table. Your legs would go in and you'd sit down and eat, or it could be a conference table if you took this out. And so it's just a thought that occurred to me. I saw this design early on, and I said to myself, look, a sailor's hat, I called it, and saw that it appeared, and I thought, oh, well, great, let's try that. So I knew I could do it, but the first time I tried, oh, look, I got going, and I said, this is not going to work. I'm going to get 2 sections left that should be together. And I said, I wonder what I did wrong. Well, you can see what I did wrong if I showed you this first one that I did, the second one that I did. The long side of the trapezoid has to be on the outside against the edge of the hexagon. And I didn't notice that. So I went and tried again, and voila. My mom used to say, and my brother used to say, if you first don't succeed, try again. Another design, which would tessellate, is taking this design and cutting these sections in half. There's a line down each one of them. So this would be your shape, and this would be your shape. So I could place them in the same way. I use the 2 of them here along a longer edge for the longer side of the shape. This is a quadrilateral, but it doesn't have a name that I'm necessarily aware of, not like a trapezoid. But there it is, and I placed it around. You can see I didn't color in the center, and there was a reason for that. Once I got this part of it done, I thought, jeepers, wouldn't that make a nice conference table? You could get 6 people, you could get 12 people sitting around, close enough together. This space would be open, and you could see each other and talk and share ideas. Often on the some of the movies I've seen where there's conference tables, big long table, and people can't see the other people on their same side that they're on. And I thought, boys, that might be an idea that somebody might take up. I guess it's sort of like King Arthur's Round Table, except it's not round, but we used a round circle to start with. Anyway, you can see that these two could fit there, or these two could fit there, and you'd have your tessellation. Today's design starts like this. I've gone a little further ahead, but it's easy for you to see what I've done, I think. Circle, point on the circle, open your compass with a point there to the center point, mark off that distance there, mark off that distance there, and then join with a straight line and get these 3 diameters that give you the 6 points around the outside. Now, this shape we've had reappears. It's certainly in this. A little hard to see with all the shapes that I had that time, but here it is. This big equilateral triangle. You can't get 2 of them in it. Well, you can if you overlap them. And this whole area is over the overlapped area, this inner hexagon. So, I said to myself, this is called the Star of David. 2 triangles. And I'm going to make a diminishing Star of David. So, what I'm going to do is, let me just, before I start on that, I went from here, skipped a point, skip a point, and skip a point back. So I'm going to do the same thing inside. So I've got this point, and this point, and this point, and this point, this point. I'll mark them so, oopsie, so they show up. I got carried away. All right, good old eraser to the rescue once again. Now, I'm going to come from this point to this point to this point and back. It will be this triangle pointing in the same direction, but smaller. And I won't go into discussing how much smaller, but you might take up that question and see if you could figure out how much smaller. Is it half the size of that other triangle? I don't think it's as much as half the size. So I'm starting to think with it here myself right now. All right. And then these 3 points I need to put together. Sometimes I know my hands get in the way and it's hard to see. All right. Well, what's next? Well, I still have these 6 points that I've just got here from making that Star of David. So I'll connect these up. The first one, skip that one, come to this. Skip this one, come to that, and back up. I think you've probably got the hang of this, and you could continue to make these until it's too small to make any more. We did diminishing triangles. This is in a way, I think, maybe a little more possibility to it than the diminishing triangles. Okay. Well, then I'm going to go and make another one. Oh, I can't make another one till I've made this one. I get ahead of myself sometimes. All right. Well, I could make another one inside of that. Well, rather than take more time showing you that, because I think you can see how that's going to develop, here's a sample. I'll put it this way. Let's see how many I got in that. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was all I got, and then at the end I still saw that I could do something in those spaces, and I used a little bit of yellow. I changed from the pattern I had outside to make these white, purple and white, and back to purple. And I thought it just added a little bit of variety and lightened it up a little in the middle and made this all show up. I'm going to show you something that a student did with this. The student noticed that we have these rhombus shapes throughout. And that student decided to make a darker little rhombus in each of those. This is a photocopy of it. So, as I say, I don't know if it will show up well. I'm hoping you can tell that this person, along this side of the line that went all the way through, made, I don't know what colors, but let's say gray and gray, and this half of it was black and black and black, and now it's gray, and the same here, gray, black, and gray and black. And that was very dramatic. I remember, that's why I took the picture of it, and it may have been gray and black, though I can't say. But this little idea came to them, that they could draw a little line through there and a little line through there, and then this distance of the side is equal to the distance across. And they made a little, I think they may have sketched them in. They don't seem to necessarily be perfectly positioned or the same size, but that was just clever playing around. Well, until we meet again next time to look at another design, enjoy, and we'll see you soon.